Hey guys, it's Karina with Karina Loves to Plan. Welcome back to my channel. So here in front of you is my July planner lineup. This looks like a lot more than I started the year off with, and I'm going to explain to you the purpose for each and every single one. I'm just trying to remember, like when I first started planning back in January 2017, I had one, and then I went to two, and I ended the year with two. So this is a huge jump from that, but I will explain why I need every single one of these, and then I'll also talk you through how I'm going to be updating the setup to my mini. All right, let's get started. Firstly, here is my mini happy planner. This one has been, I guess, Franken-planned or created as a transformer planner because it technically has 3 planner covers within it, and I normally have in here 3 months at a time. So right now I currently have April, May, and June, and this cover is from this planner. I think it was the Boss Babe one, I can't remember, but it was very neutral, and this one started in January. So I keep the parts of that planner separate, and it's in my Raskog cart here, but these are the parts from January, February, and March. So what I'm going to do today is actually take out the parts for April, May, and June, minus the last week of June since I'm still working from that. So I'm going to take out the 3 months from April, May, and June, replace it with July, August, and September, and then I'll show you what I'm going to do with the this mini lined vertical, because this particular planner actually ends at the end of June. So if you guys haven't seen me do this before, it's actually really easy to take the parts out of your mini happy planner and then put in new parts. So I try to take out a month at a time. And I'm just wondering, do I need to? Yes, I do need to take that out because I have the last week of March in here as well. So take that out, take May out, and then I'll leave the last week of June in here. So really easy actually to take it out. Just lift gently and pull. So these will be going into my pile, I guess, that I'm keeping in my Raskog cart, my IKEA Raskog cart. And then once the year is done, I will take apart this planner and then put all the pages from these particular discs and this cover all together. And I mean, I'm running out of space, but I'm still deciding whether or not which planners I'm going to keep. Definitely my journal I'm keeping, but these ones we'll see. So now that I've taken out those 3 months minus this last week of June here, I'm going to go ahead and start putting these in the planner itself. So I find it easier actually with my dominant hand, which is the right hand, just holding it and then placing it right over the discs and just using your 2 fingers to kind of push it down like that. And I take a month at a time. Again, really easy. Ooh, this one's pretty. Set goals and crush them. So this one's August, and then September. Can't believe I'm already going through half the way of the year here. So that is that portion updated. The name part is still going to stay there. The calendar is still going to be here along with this. I haven't used this yet actually. And then the last week of June, but now I'm prepared for July, August, and September. So these the remaining pieces for October, November, December are just going to stay in the same pile as what's already been used, and I'm going to put that in my cart. I'll do that right now. Then this middle part is from, I guess, the Squad Goals planner that started in July of last year. And the original reason that I bought this planner was because I loved the layouts as inspired by Elizabeth of the Joy Journal, and I just wanted to give it a try. Now, let me find the original planner for this one. Okay, so I was able to find all of the pieces of this planner. So now what I'm doing is I'm going to remove the actual cover of this planner from here. Same way I did before. And you're probably wondering why I had the cover in there in the first place, but I'm going to show you what I did or how I transformed my planner. It's called a transformer planner rather than a Franken planner, because the transformer planner actually has more than one cover in it. So I'm putting the cover back on the Squad Goals discs. I loved these discs. And then I'm taking April through June out of here. I'm kind of sad that I'm finishing a planner in June. I don't normally finish a planner in June. Normally I'm a January to December type of girl, but I really wanted to try this layout, and the July start planners were coming out, so I thought, why not? I still do need this. Actually, I'll take it off. Oh, one of the things I need to take out of here is something that I created. So kind of planning out what my feed is going to look like. I'll show you that in a sec here. I'm going to leave the notes page in there. No, I won't, because that is the last and final page of that Squad Goals planner. It feels a little thick now that it's back in its original discs, but that is one planner all done. So I get to put that away in my shelf. The one that will be replacing it is, I believe this is the watercolor one. I don't remember the name of this one, but it's the watercolor one, and it's a vertical layout. So it's no longer lined vertical. One, because I couldn't find one at Michael's that I really liked. And two, I think this layout will be really beneficial for me, because then I'll be able to split my social media into Instagram, YouTube, and then Squad projects or miscellaneous. So now, obviously, I don't want to put all of the months of this planner in here. And this is such a pretty cover. Take this off as well. So then what I'm going to do is just move this over here so it's easier to see. Oh, I never even noticed the colors of the dashboards. Those are gorgeous. So I'm going to take the name part, the calendars, and then July. We'll take that out, gentle, and again using my right hand, placing it there. Oh, okay. Then taking out August. Oh my gosh, I'm in love with the dashboards. They're so beautiful. And then September. I love that the dashboards are super, super colorful, but then the actual spreads themselves, like the monthly spread, like that is completely neutral. That is what I absolutely love. Now, what I'm going to do with the cover is take both covers off. And this, I will see you I'll see you in September. But what I do with the covers is actually place them right next to each other, so that if you want to kind of change the cover of your planner, you can do so. So if you close it like that, then you've got the watercolor cover. If you want, I'll show you my other section in here. The third section I have is the Be Your Own Kind of Beautiful, which has just different miscellaneous things like goals and trackers and my knitting. Then the third cover is this cover, and this section has my dashboard layout. So that is the very, very easy setup actually of my Mini Happy planner now. So I carry both my dashboard layout and my lined vertical layout in here, 3 months of each, as well as a note section in the back. I like carrying it in one like this because these are the, I guess, 2 layouts that I use on a day-to-day basis. I did used to keep 3 months of my horizontal planner in here, but I just didn't like lugging that around. That one I felt like it was a lot more personal. It was fine staying on its own. So that is all done, and now I can show you, this, I have to put this back in the social media layout. So this one here, I actually created, it's a It's just a note sheet that I drew a grid layout, and now I see that my grid layout was off, but I drew a grid layout in here and then I laminated it. And this is what I used to kind of plan out the way my social media feed is going to look. So I'm going to rotate between color, color background, white background, color background, white background, lifestyle. And then because I've laminated it, I can use dry erase markers on it and plan out which picture is going to go in which box, and plan out which pictures I need colored backgrounds, etc. And I like that it is laminated and I can use dry erase marker on it, because then I don't have to use paper, you know, so much paper over and over again. All right, so that's going in my social media planner section. That is all done. So now I'm going to take you through every single one of the planners that I'm currently using from, I guess, July onwards. So the first planner in my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 planner lineup is, like I said, the Mini Happy Planner that is Transformer planned or Franken planned to include 3 different sections. So like I said, it's got the dashboard layout in the first section, and then in the second, oh, I still can't get over that cover. In the second section, it's got the vertical, which I'll be using for social media. And then in the third section, still sticky. In the third section, I've got some dot grid paper for any trackers, projects, as well as keeping track of my knitting. So that is planner number 1. Planner number 2 is this seasonal Mini Happy Planner from Michaels. Out of all of the Mini Happy Planners that I saw, there were very few horizontal layouts, so I felt like I was kind of limited on selection. And plus, out of all of these ones, I mean, it is seasonal, which I like, but it's also neutral. So this is the one that I use as my journal, and I'll show you a page hopefully that I haven't written in, but it is generally quite neutral. So this is the one that I use as my journal. The monthly pages I use as a gratitude spread, and then here is just a quick look at what the pages look like once they're written in. I missed Wednesday. But that is planner number 2. Planner number 3 is this classic skinny dot grid notebook that I use for work. So I can't show you too much in here because a lot of it is work related, but I would create, let's see here, I'd be creating, you know, first horizontal layouts, and then I move to more, you know, my own layouts about this kind of horizontal, or not horizontal, this kind of vertical layout, which works really, really well for me. So I do enjoy this type of layout, and I liked creating, I wanted to use this because I didn't have any way of keeping notes for work. I wanted a way to keep track of the calls and the escalations and things I did on a day-to-day basis, and I've been using this since the beginning of the year, and I absolutely love it. So I'm really glad that I started using this one, and this one is actually quite fun to decorate. I did like doing the horizontal layouts at first, but then moving to a vertical just, I think, was much more flexible for me. So that's planner number 3. I'll mention 4 and 5 together because these are not necessarily planners that I use on a day-to-day basis. These are more notebooks, and this one is one of the newer ones that I've introduced to my lineup. But this is a classic dotted lined paper notebook, and this one is the one I've been using for a recipe planner. So I've included recipes in here. I haven't been using this one as much, but it is still part of my lineup when I do get a chance to create recipes. And a lot of these are WW Weight Watchers recipes. And it's been fun actually. Ooh, I had that for lunch today. It's been fun decorating it in my own sort of way and not having to stick to any type of recipe planner layout. This is my own layout that I make each week with just stickers and boxes. So that one is part of the lineup. This one is newly introduced, I guess. And this was, I think it's modern. It's a Modern Farmhouse notebook from, I guess, the spring release. And I'm using it as my squad journal. So that is the front cover. I made this one myself. I took the Happy Planner squad, I guess, not sticker, but graphic, and then I hand lettered my name. And I did this for each and every one of us squad members. It was actually a fun little project for that day. And then I added stickers around, and then I glued it to the actual page, the actual name page. And then I have my email that I received, and then I'm treating this kind of like a journal as well as a notebook, so I'm including pictures in here. I included the actual introduction that we had, so, you know, and then people's birthdays. So I'm going to treat this kind of like a project notebook as well as a journal to document how the year has gone. So those are planners 4 and 5, and those ones aren't necessarily in the daily rotation, but they do serve a purpose. So I'll put those aside. Planner number 6 is, again, a new one that I introduced really only in the last month, and this is a classic teacher planner. So it is a teacher planner, part of a box set, and I use this, I don't need any of these, but I use this as a wellness planner. And this planner wasn't actually supposed to start until August, but I took the months of June and July from the end of the planner, put them in the front, and then I'm just going to redate it. I don't really use the monthly for anything, but these sections, I've kind of turned it around on its head, because before all of the dated sections were down here Monday through Friday, but I realized I liked having the days of the week up at the top so that the days are in the columns, and then breakfast is that row, lunch is that row, dinner is that row. And to me, it actually didn't matter what it was dated, because I'm going to have to redate it anyway. And I've been using this for the last few weeks, and I really love having this way of being able to pre-plan and pre-track my dinners, track my sleep and my steps and my calories, and it's just been really like a little fun thing to do. I mean, it's not necessarily a planner that I need to do, but I was finding that I needed something else other than just the Weight Watchers app, and to be able to see my whole week in one has been so helpful, and to also track, you know, my steps and my calories and my sleep, and then being able to look back and be like, well, what happened that week? It's a great way to track it. And then I want to show you guys what I made even today. I took one of these note papers, because this pack also came with a note paper, but I took one of the note papers and I actually put white out on the days, and then wrote down the actual days that I use them for, and laminated it. And what I'm going to do is actually, I laminated 2 of them so that I will use them as my meal planning beforehand, before I actually decorate the page. So that is planner number 6, my teacher turned wellness planner, and so far I love it. It's been really fun to decorate this one. Lastly, planner number 7, the biggest one. This is the Happy Memory Keeping Planner that I got at a steal from Michael's because it was on clearance. This was from a release from, I think, a couple of years ago. And this is an undated memory keeping planner. I'll write my name on it. I did. So this one has been strictly for memory keeping. I'm a little bit behind on it, but basically what I like about this particular planner is that, as you guys can see here, there's already places that, like, there's the lines, there's the dots, there's the grids that you can already write in, so you don't necessarily have to create that. It's already in there. And then in the back of the planner, there's a whole ton of fun pages that you can use for vacation, birthdays, and things like that. But what I also love about this is that it is quite neutral. It's undated, so it's been a fun one. I am really behind. Like this evening, I just finished this week of April 20th to 26th, so I'm quite far behind, but it's such a fun project, and I'm so happy to have this as part of my overall planner lineup. So that is 7 planners. The big classic teacher wellness, classic notes, both for 2 different things. Classic skinny, the mini horizontal for journaling, and then the mini transformed planner. All right, so it is a lot of planners, but each of them has its own purpose, and I'll absolutely love every single one of them. All right, but that is it for me. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below. If you like this video, please leave me a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching, and have a great day.